Hello, everybody. As you can tell, it's pretty late right now, and I was having a hard time getting to sleep, so I thought I would record something, maybe wind down. Uh, been feeling a little bit not the best as of late, and so that's kind of why my voice maybe sounds a little bit rough, but hopefully it's not too distracting. So today I thought, well, just to kind of calm myself for the evening, I thought I'd talk Nancy Drew because why not? It's my absolute favorite game series of all time. And if you want to put this on at the end of the day, do something else, kind of wind down, I'm just going to ramble. And I feel like this is the best place to do it on the Nancy Drew Walkthroughs website. Excuse me. Uh, this website's by Hugh Miller. He's super awesome, really cool guy. I love all of his videos and his live streams, and he has an amazing website set up here with a bunch of facts about these games. And so I thought, why not just go through some of the older ones, maybe just a selection of a bit until I don't feel like going on anymore, because it is a bit of reading, but I thought this would be fun and a nice, just kind of relaxing way to just ramble on about these games that I love so much. So let's start with Secrets Can Kill. So I've actually played this game and it's very confusing and super difficult in my opinion to solve because there's a lot of very vague stuff. So here's the old start screen, which is cool. And it came with two discs. That was the big you would go to certain places and you have to take out one disc, put in another. It's very frustrating, or at least compared to the normal games. The rest of them you didn't have to do that, but back then I'm sure it was no big deal. So let's read some of these fun facts. This game featured the same visual menu and UI layout as the Vampire Diaries, but it sported a teal color palette and was Nancy Drew themed instead of Vampire Diaries themed. Unlike Her Interactive's past games, the characters in this game were fully animated instead of using live actors. I'm pretty sure McKinsey and Co. and Vampire Diaries had old FMV. The characters in Secrets Can Kill were 2D hand drawn characters. This game had three different cover art variants. The first one was created when the game initially released in 1998 and had a style similar to the UI in the game. The first version of the cover art was designed by lead artist Laura Hyon. I am so sorry, Laura. The second version released when Stay Tuned for Danger launched in 1999. It was the same style as Stay Tuned for Danger, but it featured artwork from Secrets Can Kill. The third and final cover art was created by Mark Tollenzhaug in 2000 when Message in a Haunted Mansion was released. He has been creating the cover art for the Nancy Drew games since then. Super cool. So I wonder if that's the iconic. Ooh, interesting. Oh, that's so cool. Whoa, I've never seen these. I have not actually seen these photos before. Look at that. Whoa. Look at those DVD cases. So the secrets can kill and stay tuned for danger. Wow. So this is the full a role-playing mystery game. Man, such an iconic game for the time. Which one of these students is hiding a secret? It's the library. Man, so cool. I was gonna try and okay, I'm back. So then this is about the cover art for it. Her Interactive never wrote a strategy guide for this game. However, their publisher in 2001, Dreamcatcher Interactive, wrote a guide for it. The first edition of this game released with a small ad for the Secrets Can Kill Case Files book. It also shipped with a From the Desk of Nancy Drew blank journal for the players to jot down notes into. The discs and manual were also exclusive to the first edition. Whoa. I wonder if there's... Was this the... No. Oh, right there. It's right in the back. Whoa. I wonder if anybody has ever gotten a better look at this cover right here. It's probably pretty barren, but all the students of the month in the student union the room Connie is in are pictures of the game developers. According to past Her Interactive executive producer Robert Reed, Her didn't have the correct recorded lines from Daryl's voice actor. So Lanny Manila redid his lines for the end of this game because the original audio had Daryl calling Mitch Jake. That's so funny. Some of the songs in the jukebox are from Vampire Diaries. I remember hearing that. Back in one of the very first renditions of the Her Interactive website, there was a mini look into the game where you could read about the characters, hear their voices, and have a glimpse into some of the locations. Let's check out this video. Turn it down just a bit. So it's all wow. Well, let's move on to Stay Tuned for Danger. I was lucky enough to also be able to play this one, which is pretty cool. So this was the second, and this one only had one disc. This was the very first Nancy Drew game to have a theme song. And that is the most iconic theme ever. It had 3D characters. The character of Millie Strathorn was designed around Mildred B. Benson, the original Ghost Rider of the Nancy Drew book series. So this one had multiple cover arts too. They didn't write a strategy guide for this one either. Huh. Stay Tuned for Danger didn't get a game trailer until its re-release in 2016. I remember when that came out because I thought that they were gonna remake it. Here's the image gallery. Whoa. And this looks like and they changed it to an interactive mystery game. Nancy Drew. Stay tuned for danger. I like the spine. The spines on these would probably look nice if they were all organized. What memories? I wonder if they knew that they were making, you know, games that would have a 22-year-old man sitting alone in the middle of the night just reminiscing on good times. I wonder if they knew that. Because just there is something about these games, the way that they create an atmosphere, it's just unmatched by pretty much any other game I've experienced in my life. Let's look at the extras. Oh, it won some awards. Alright. I think I'm going to skip ahead and I'm going to pick Final Scene. I want to figure out some stuff about Final Scene. This is also one of my favorite Nancy Drew games, I think. It tops it pretty up there. So, the creative director at Her Interactive at the time, Max Holicek. Man, these people, their names, they have their. Her Interactive is good at collecting employees with interesting last names. He voiced Nick Falcone. Little did he know he voiced one of the most legendary characters ever. This was the final game to use the original logo for Nancy Drew on the box art and the original design layout of the box art. The logo was intended to be used on Secret of the Scarlet Hand, but was changed at the last second to a new logo of the series. The original logo can still be seen when booting up Scarlet Hand. That's the only place it's still associated with the game. The voice actress who played Maya was never given credit in the game. That's sad. In the passage from the men's dressing room to the women's dressing room, there's some graffiti on the wall that reads, Snake was here. Snake was the original name for Sunny June before they changed it in Scarlet Hand. It was also just an Easter egg that one of the developers put in, but they decided to run with it instead. That's so cool. Let's take a look at these pictures. Creepy backstage. Monty. This game knew how to create an atmosphere that was both deeply fascinating and incredibly scary. Are these the schematics that she finds at the end? Whew. Oh, that's a phone wallpaper. They kind of look like the star signs. This is the theater that was used as inspiration for the cover art. Whoa. I wonder where that's at. If that's in St. Louis, I'll have to visit it sometime. Very cool. Let's see. Ooh, Message in Haunted Mansion Game Boy Advance. This is an interesting game. So, I own a copy of this, and I love it so much. I don't know why they decided to port it to Game Boy, but they did, and it's incredible. This was the first Nancy Drew game to be ported to another system or console. The graphical resolution was one-fourth of the original resolution, and there were zero animated scenes. The only constant game audio was an 8-bit version of the Message from Haunted Mansion soundtrack. There were a couple other audio clips that played, but there was hardly anything aside from music. Oh, that's right, there were chapters, and you had to put in the codes. Almost all of the character lines and dialogue were cut, shortened, or slightly rewritten in order to fit a smaller game. Nancy has a cell phone in this game instead of accessing the landline from the living room. Yeah, the resolution on this thing was pretty gnarly. Let's go up to Haunted Carousel. I'm a big fan of Haunted Carousel. It's one of those games that I know a lot better than a lot of the other games. I know this one and Last Train like the back of my hand. I love both of these games deeply, and it's funny because Haunted Carousel seems like it's kind of the odd one out. A lot of people seem to either really like it or not like it at all. Mostly because the phone calls. This was Argofump's first and favorite Nancy Drew PC game. Oh, Barnacle Blast. Barnacle Blast is a game which many fans struggle with and dislike. Yeah, it's such a staple to the Nancy Drew series, but it's just hilarious how much it's just broken, totally broken. Oh, this got my eye down here. A bonus copy of this game was included with the Curse of Blackmore Manor DVD game, which I also played. It was a teaser signifying that this was going to be the next game ported to DVD. Unfortunately, it never happened. Joy's notepad in her office has an image of one of the ghost dogs. Nicholas Falcone is referenced in the instruction manual for Barnacle Blast in the back of the arcade box. I'm glad to see I'm glad to see that he ended up being fine. Didn't die. Whoa, look at that. This must be early concept art. Whoa. Fun pass to play games, access pass to turn on rides. Haunted house, carousel, care room. Aperture. Top is glass. There's the Midway, Engineer roller coaster, Joy's hotel, art studio. The art studio looks kind of like the whale. Security, hidden studio. I wonder how this was recovered. This is so cool. From October 10th, 2002.